everyone, welcome to my channel. A little bit about me is my name is Abby and this is my first cash stuffing video. I have been cash stuffing a little bit for the last month and it's been a system that's been working really well for me. And so I thought I'd document my journey with budgeting, cash stuffing, and finances. I am a new grad nurse. I graduated within the last year. I have gotten my first full-time nursing job, which is great, but my student loans have been kicking my butt. They are come due, so I have about $60,000 in student loan debt. So that is something that I'm currently working on paying off. And I like cash stuffing because it still allows me to save for other things without feeling like I'm just throwing money at just student loans. So let's get into it. Okie dokie. So today we are cash stuffing $368 here. So let's go ahead and count that out real quick. I have 2, 4, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. So $368. Okay, so I'm just gonna
separate these guys off to the side here. And my 20s. 10. 5.
So the first thing I'm going to start with is my wallet. I got this cutie off of Amazon. I like it a lot. And if you open it up, you can see that it has places for your envelopes, which I love. So I have food in here. We're not going to put anything in food. With food, lately I have just been like tracking that on my debit card. I don't necessarily put a ton of cash on here because I like to pay with my debit card at a grocery store because nothing is more anxious or anxiety producing than having to fumble through a bunch of money while you have people waiting for you. But we are gonna stuff coffee. And coffee is gonna get $10. All right, so we're gonna stuff coffee. I love Dutch Bros every now and then, especially like when you're feeling like you need a sweet treat. So coffee is getting $10. And that is it for my wallet. Right, now we're going to move on to like our high priorities, I would say, sinking funds. And how I have them set up, I have like my goals listed here on what I would like these to be fully funded at. So that just reminds me. But our first one that we're going to do is miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is going to get $5. And that is a total of $10, $20, $30, $35 in miscellaneous. Home decor. So I am planning on moving out soon into a new place. So with that, I am saving up for like furniture and any like extra things I might need. So I am going to put 40 in there. We're going to do 2 20s. Okay. So we have 20, 40, 60. Oh gosh, I did this all backwards, didn't I? Here, let's try this again. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. So that equals a total of 90 in home decor. I'm trying to look for like cheap furniture, but used furniture kind of freaks me out. So Facebook Marketplace hasn't been really a thing for me. But I've been looking around at some really good like IKEA. We have a Living Spaces out here that has some really good deals, so I'm keeping an eye out for that. Gifts, we're getting $30. So we'll do a 20 and a 10. What do you guys do when you move out? Like, what do you look forward to? So we have a 20, 40, 60, 80, and $90 in gifts. Oh, gifts was getting 30. Sorry, excuse me. So I need, wait, that's right. 6. Yeah, okay, so 90 in gifts. I have a bunch of family members who have birthdays in September, so I'm saving up for that. Christmas, let's see, Christmas is gonna be getting 40. Let's use, I'm trying to see what else I got. Let's use some of these 5s. We can use some of these 10s actually. 10, 20, 30, and 40. So $40 here. Oh wow, that's lots of 10s. Okay. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80 in Christmas. I am really excited to save up for this one just because Christmas, I love to spoil all the people I love. And so it's nice to like get planned ahead of time for this. Personal is getting $10. I'm going to do 2 5s. So we have 20, 5, and 30 in personal. Personal is like if I like want clothing, if anything like starts to kind of like tickle my fancy, I'm gonna pull from here. Health is one that I'm trying to bulk up again because I recently had a medical procedure, and so it took quite a bit from it. So health will be getting $50 today. So we're gonna do 20, 40, and 50. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100 equals a total of 100 in health. This I'll pull from like copays and stuff too if I have anything like that. Medications, sometimes I'll pull from here as well. I'm not on a ton of them, but they're just nice to have as a backup. All right, so car is also one that I'm really working on saving. And so car is gonna get $40. I'm trying to save some of these big bills because I also have my envelope challenge. So I want to use some of them for that. So we'll do some of our 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right. Okay, we have a 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So $130 in car. And then my savings as well as my emergency fund are fully funded. These are things I was working on while I was in school and working part-time, just because I knew when I was going to be out of school, I really wanted to attack my student loans and also saving for some of my other little sinking funds. All right. So that is it for our priority sinking funds. We're going to move into our low priority sinking funds. Okie dokie, onto our low priority sinking funds. Honestly, all of these are things that I wish would be like fully funded, but these just don't take priority as much as some of the upcoming envelopes that I had in my purple binder. So Fun will be getting $10. Oops. So that equals $30 for Fun. This also like kind of ties into the next envelope, which is Dine Out, as well as Date Night, which is coming up, I believe. Dine Out is going to get $20. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. These are newer envelopes for me because usually like I just like add Dine Out into like our budget for food. But we have been dining out so much, and we is like me and my partner, we just love to eat out. But it's also hard right now because we're living separately, and so when we see each other, the last thing we want to do is like spend hours cooking, and it's just nice to have like a nice meal and sit down and chit chat with each other, not having to worry about dishes afterwards, you know? So speaking of dining out, this is also Date Night. Date Night is going to be getting $20. Let's see. I might use the last 10s. Yeah. Alrighty. So $20 and Date Night. What do you guys like to do on date night? We love to go to like the movies. That's pretty much it for things where we've been up to as far as like events going to and stuff. This could also be used for like a nice fancy dinner as well. All right, date night. Next, hair. This is a new one for me. I do not get things done often. I like don't get my nails done because I'm not allowed to have like polish or anything on my nails at work. I don't do my hair that often. I'll do it like once a year, and the lady I go to is fantastic, and she is such a great price. So I'm going to start saving for that because I'm feeling a little shaggy. I'm going to do $20. 5, 10, 15, 20. I feel like hair, nails, and stuff can make you feel so good, but it's also an investment. So it's nice to have a little savings for those. Vacation, this one I totally depleted. When I graduated, I went on a big vacation with my family and loved ones. It was so much fun, but I have no money left. So we're starting to slowly fund it back up. Vacation, I'm adding a 5 to this week, and we'll have $10 total in vacation. I know it doesn't seem like much, but everything adds up. So that is it for our low priority. Okay, moving on to our 100 envelope savings challenge. I had no clue what this was, you guys, until I started like YouTubing all of this stuff and looking into cash stuffing. And this is really cool. I got everything that you see here off Amazon. So pretty inexpensive. But what this does is it has a bunch of different envelopes in it. You can see they're numbered. And what you do is you stuff each one with the dollar amount. So if you do $22, you're stuffing $22 and number 22. And by the end of it, you'll have $5,050, excuse me. So I started this back in April, and you can see all I've done is the 20. But what my hope is for with this is that I can do this, save all this up, and then I can pay a big chunk on my student loans on top of what I'm already paying. So how I make this kind of like fun for me is I took this cute little ceramic thing my grandma made, and I put a ton of paper in there that has numbers, and it's numbered 1 through 100. So what I do is I like shake it up, I pick out a piece of paper, and that's the amount I'm gonna draw for that week. These I've been doing weekly. Like I said, I'm fairly new to cash stuffing and like savings challenges and everything, so I've only done this twice. So the last couple cards that I pulled a $47 And the week before that, I pulled a 21. So I take these and I just set them aside so I can work through the whole envelope. But we'll go ahead and stuff those today. Okie dokie, so I'm just gonna cross off the 21, which is right here, and then 47 right here. Perfect. Okay, and that's why I was like trying to save my 20s for all of this, because I was like, oh, I don't want to like try to stuff a bunch of like 5s into 20. So I'm gonna do 1 and 20, and I'm just gonna I'm not gonna fold them. This might drive some of you nuts, but I'm not gonna fold them in exactly half. I'm gonna fold them a little off-centered so they fill up the whole envelope, right? See, and you just stick it in. Again, I got this one off at Amazon. I've seen really cute ones on Etsy. I've seen really cute ones by other creators on YouTube if you look around. So just go ahead and like look and see what you can find. But the ones on Amazon are cheap. I think this was maybe $8, maybe. Probably a little less. So, and then we're doing 47. So let's go to 47. Okay. Perfect. We did our math right with our bills. So 40, 45, 47. Okay. I'm just excited for the day I can unstuff it and like put it in the bank and make a huge payment on those student loans and say sayonara to a good chunk of it. So like I said, I am in around $60,000 worth of student loan debt. That's between private, federal, and then a personal loan as well. My intention with all of this is to save as much as I can, really budget my money, know where my money is going, give my money purpose on where it's going. And I think cash stuffing and doing the envelope system is something that has worked for me in the past, like I said, and I'm excited to revisit it and really apply it even more in my life. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you stick around, subscribe if this is something you want to continue to watch and follow. I also am doing like fitness stuff as well, so if you see a few videos in there and that's something you're interested in, totally tune in, give them a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time for our next cash stuffing. Bye guys.